So this week I'm coming to you even from a different place. I'm actually away for the week, staying at Butlins in Minehead. Come here fairly often with the kids. It's just me and my son this week, so I'm just going to walk around the apartment. But it kind of reminds me of looking back at the IT history that I've done that I've been talking about every week. If you didn't know, by the way, if you have been watching them, don't forget to like, subscribe, and forward and do all those wonderful things. Comment and all those wonderful things that people do. Anyway, it kind of reminds me of a time when I was actually working in another office, and anyway, I was working in another office outside the UK. So I was working out of an office in Dublin. So the company that I was working for originated from Dublin, and the branch I was in was in the UK. I was bought by a bigger company called Logica. Long story short. Anyway, so I was working on this project, and when it started, the project was going based out of Dublin, and I was basically once every couple of weeks flying in just for meetings. So I'd basically spend the entire day where I'd go to the airport, fly over, get off the airplane in Dublin, taxi into Dublin city, and then spend about an hour or two in a meeting, then do the reverse fly all the way back. So when the project started, they used to kind of fly a few of us in, and what we would do at the beginning, we'd fly in, stay in the hotel, usually fly in very early on a Monday morning, stay in the hotel till Friday night, then go home, and then come back the following week. And then after a little while there, I'd fly in, so on the Sunday, I'd stay there for 2 weeks. So I'd do all week, spend the weekend, and the next week, and then fly back for a couple of days, and then fly back on the Sunday night. So I'd fly back on the Friday night the second week, fly back in on the Sunday. So I'd spend like one whole day at where I was staying at the time, where I was renting at the time, because I used to live in a shared house at that time. Quite a while ago, it's 20 odd years ago, so quite a while ago. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of that time. Actually, whenever I go away, the thought of that working period, and this went on for about 6 months, with a few couple of months break between. I did about 3 months, then I went back and did about another 3 months or something around that. But yeah, the moral of that kind of story is that it always seems like an interesting or a fun thing to do. And it was, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed doing it, and I used to love spending time in Dublin. We had an allowance for food and that, so every night we'd be in restaurants eating food. It was great, but yeah, it sort of gets taxing towards after a while. So it all seems like fun and exciting, and that living out of hotels and working in another office, but it does tax over time, and also it's very tiring on the body, because you're kind of having to eat out quite a lot and eat horrible food. I remember I was going to the gym every day just to kind of burn off all the extra calories I was eating at that time, when I was a bit of a gym fanatic back then. So yeah, it's one of the things I actually enjoyed in my history of work. I also actually think I had a story a number of videos ago where I was talking about the core dump tool that kept core dumping, and this was actually on that project. So there was some fun code stuff on that time as well. And I also got to spend the Christmas do there, which was brilliant. It's the best ever Christmas party I've ever been to. We had to hire a tuxedo to go there, and they really went all out with a circus tent and circus acts between meals, and a live band. It was fantastic, but really did know how to kind of party. All the guys in Dublin did, but yeah, it's fun. I've done work in other countries for shorter periods of time, like a week here, a week there. Poland was the last place I did a week work, which was actually really enjoyable as well, to be fair. But yeah, it always reminds me, whenever I go away, it always reminds me of the times when we may have to work away, and live out of a hotel. And you know, maybe you get to enjoy that sort of time soon. So yeah, another story from my past. So I hope that's something that interests you in these stories. Everything's a little bit different these days compared to what it used to be. But yeah, that's just showing my age. Right, I'm going to go now, so I'll catch you next week. Bye for now.